Hi everyone, my name is Wida, and today I'd like to present a presentation entitled of Capitalizing on the Demographic Bonus, the Role of Social Assistance. So these are the main points that I'd like to present today. First, I'd like to start with the current state of poverty to give everyone the background of what I'd like to share today. Then we proceed with the importance of social assistance programs, why is it important, and how it could propel Indonesia to take advantage of the demographic bonus. Then I'd like to give an example of a country that has succeeded in delivering a well-programmed social assistance. And then we proceed with the opposing arguments on this program. And finally, I'd like to present a recommendation to the government regarding this matter. So first, I'd like to start my presentation with a story about Siti. So Siti was a housewife who resided in the outskirts of Semarang, the capital of Central Java. She lived in a family of four and her husband was a factory worker. However, the condition of their marriage was never stable. Siti was regularly abused mentally and financially by her husband. After a few years, she finally gained the strength to leave her marriage. She said, "I knew things would be difficult, but I had no idea what the last few years would bring." She was first homeless for 10 months, couch surfing with friends and family. She then decided to work as a maid and finally had a house in an urban slum area in Semarang. However, she could not provide her children with the healthcare and education they need since the pay was tight. Her children ended up selling newspapers in the street and went on to be a factory worker. Her story is just one of many. As of right now, 9.8% of Indonesians still live below the poverty line. Even though extreme poverty has been reduced significantly, 40% of Indonesian households are vulnerable and there's a high rate of exit and entry into poverty. Demographic bonus is a condition in which the productive age population is more than the non-productive population. Demographic bonus can be a bonus if the younger generation are able to get decent education and facility to improve their self-quality. And if households are vulnerable and in poverty, we would not be able to capitalize on the demographic bonus. So what do we need? Social assistance. Social assistance is a program from the Ministry of Social Affairs which functions as a form of support in reducing the burden on poor and vulnerable families. It is targeted at the poor and requires no participation from the poor. The reason why we need social assistance programs is because it can improve health. When the expense of accessing healthcare is prohibitively expensive, households may slip into poverty. This is prompted by breadwinners who are unable to work due to illness or disability, or by those who must sacrifice their time to care for ailing family members. By giving them extra income, they could afford better healthcare. And the next one is it could enhance education. As of right now, one of the main problems with Indonesia's education system for people in impoverished areas is access. By providing impoverished households with funds, they would not have to think about the transportation costs or even other costs. On the right is evidence from countries on how social assistance programs could increase secondary school participation. Then the third one is it could reinforce social cohesion. Certain individuals or groups are denied access to government services and opportunities. Increased income from social assistance transfers can help improve their economic standing of excluded groups, allowing them to participate more fully in their community's social activities and economies. From Mauritius. So a half century ago, Mauritius had a poverty profile similar to any African country. However, due to a great social assistance scheme, they managed to improve their economy and left so many people out of poverty. Today, they have the lowest poverty rates on the continent and some of the highest growth rates over the past several decades. Social assistance enabled the restructuring of the economy onto an export-led high-growth path. Politicians and decision makers regularly oppose social assistance programs, believing that they will make people too lazy to work. However, various studies such as those conducted in 2017 by Abhijit Banerjee, Kreindler, and Benjamin Olken from the MIT and Ramahana from Harvard University show that in the context of developing countries such as Indonesia, this is not proven. Social assistance programs have little impact on the workforce. Rather than encouraging unemployment, research demonstrates that social assistance programs can boost economic growth. We have learned that to capitalize on the demographic bonus, social assistance programs are essential. Therefore, Indonesia must spend more on social spending. We can see in the graph here that Indonesia's spending towards social spending is still very low compared to other countries. Also, in order for us to be a developed country, We will need a collaborative effort. We must support government efforts in giving out social assistance programs. This will need a collaborative effort, and I believe together we can do it. Thank you and have a nice day.